In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at some soft dent damage across the roof rails of this Volkswagen Golf. Now, as you can see here, there's about 4 or 5 main kind of dents. They're fairly large, but thankfully quite soft as well, so there's no paint damage there. Now, the whole panel is quite soft. In fact, this damage was caused when the owner was cleaning his car and just leaning up against the roof rails, and it put a few dents in the driver's side, and unfortunately for him, before he noticed, he'd also put a couple in the passenger side as well. Due to the lack of access being able to get rods into this part of the panel, we'll be mostly doing glue pulling and a lot of blending around as well. So we'll set the line board up, have a good look. I've got my glue gun heating up at the moment, and we'll start by cleaning off the panel, just checking the temperatures, looking at the paint, set the line board up and then start doing a bit of pulling. So stay tuned. And now with the line board set up, have a better look. So a slight low spot here, another one here, and then that main damage there. As you can see, the lines appear a bit tight either side. That may well be just kind of a bit of a trick of a light, because there's a low spot there. Now, this part of the damage here could possibly be just blended out, but certainly we'll be glue pulling this, so we'll probably give these a little pull at the same time. So for this, I'm going to be using my slide hammer as opposed to the lifter, because I think quite often on roof rails doing soft damage like this, and we can see how soft that panel is by the way it's dented, so often these kind of feet can cause minor kind of imperfections and dents as well. Plus, by the time we've got it set up around the dent, I probably won't be able to see the small low spots either side of it. So we're going to be using a slide hammer for doing this sort of repair today. So for this repair today, I am mostly using these glue tabs from Worth. Now, I must have had these probably well over 10 years, as I rarely use them, but for the damage today they're ideal. They're just kind of the right shape and diameter to focus on the low spot here, and because these particular ones are quite soft and flexible, they give me a really nice soft pull, just to kind of reduce the chance of creating a big nasty high, because these roof rails are super soft. And I'm not letting the glue sit for too long either. I'm moving fairly quickly for that same reason, just to reduce kind of pulling out too much of the metal or pulling it too hard. And after a couple of pulls, I've pretty much reduced that big low, left a couple of light highs in there, and you can really see the way it's distorted the metal against that reflection of the line board. So a bit of tap down work now, and then we'll go back to glue pulling. Now for this, I'm using the Crow Carb tap down. That's the one with the kind of small leather pad on the bottom, and it's perfect for kind of taking out some crowns and also working on soft panels like this. I don't want to put too many kind of divots in or little dents with a tap down, so having the Crow Carb with that soft leather pad is ideal. And here I am using the Shane Jacks blending hammer. Now, I'm not using it for blending. By using this end of it, it's more of the process of a tap down and hammer. But because I'm flipping the hammer around and doing a bit of blending as well, it's quicker just to keep it all on this one tool. And then back for some more glue pulling, and I'm sticking with these Worth tabs because they're working really well for me today, pulling out just the right amount of metal and keeping it nice and soft. And I'm using my lightweight aluminium slide hammer from BLE Tools. And then here you can see where the lines pinch together. I've created a bit of a high with my pull, so I'm back to tapping that down. But when I can't quite get the accuracy, I flip back to my root beer tap down, but I'm using just the soft rubber handle. Again, just kind of reducing that impact, making sure I keep everything I do nice and soft. And as we run the camera around, we can really start to see that panel taking shape. Still a little bit low, so a bit more blending to do, but it's coming out really well. And working right back here, I spotted a couple of small dents which we're able just to blend out completely, and then continue that blending process across the whole panel. So I'm pleased with how that roof rail's come out. A little bit of glue pulling, some tapping around, a bit of blending, but it's come out just fine now. So I'm basically going to repeat that same process across on the driver's side. Now the driver's side's got 3 or 4 that are a little bit closer together, so it's just going to take a little bit longer, but it's exactly the same process that I'm going to be doing. Just in terms of assessing the highs and lows, tapping around really nice and softly. Now this metal is so soft. The damage was caused originally just by being lent on, so I am being careful not to lean on it whilst I'm doing the repairs, but also just really gentle glue pulls. If I pulled it too hard, I know I'd create a huge high spot. Equally, if I tap it in the wrong place or a bit too hard with a too sharp a tap down, I'm going to put a divot in there or a little dent that I want to try and avoid. So it's a really soft panel, which is good and bad. As long as you know it's soft, it means it's quite easy to work with, and you can really kind of tap it around. So some of the lighter, small little dents I'm able just to blend out without needing to glue pull them at all. But I'm going to switch around and complete the other side now, and then once I'm finished, I'll just run the camera across both sides so you can see how it all turned out. For more detailed tutorials on things like glue pulling, blending, finishing, tool selection, how and where to start a dent, come and visit us at learnpdronline.com. I really hope you've enjoyed the video today. If you have, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and like our video, and if you haven't already, click that subscribe button, subscribe to the channel, and you'll stay up to date with every video release we do. Thanks for watching.